I mean, we had a couple guys return to the lineup, and then today you see a few more in practice. What does it mean just to slowly be getting your team back together?
Yeah, it's nice. I think it's a good boost when you get those guys out there. Kind of pushes everyone too when you know guys are coming back and fighting for spots to get back in the lineup. So I think it helps everyone.
You've got the Hockey Fights Cancer hoodie and hat on today. What is it meaning to you?
Yeah, it's a great cause. Obviously, something that affects pretty much everybody. So it's an important cause, and glad we can do something to support it.
What does the focus need to be on the ice for the group to get back to winning ways?
I think we just need to be more consistent overall. I think we've had good stretches, and within games we've had good stretches, but we haven't put together enough complete games probably. And I think, like that Chicago game, like our first two periods are great, and then our third we have a couple of defensive lapses that hurt us. So I think overall it's just putting together a complete game and playing the way we know we can.
Individually, though, how are you feeling about your game right now, the way you've been playing, and potentially an opportunity to play up the lineup tonight if the lines yesterday are any indication?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just play the same way as I always play. Try to be consistent when I can, but I feel like the last few games I can do a few things better. But I think overall, I think my game has been growing a little bit since the start of the year. I think it was a little bit of a slow start, but I think it's trending in the right direction.
On the production front, has anything changed there, or were you sort of overdue maybe just to have one or two go your way?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, I think it's sort of the type of thing where you keep trying to generate those chances, and eventually, hopefully, it goes in. And it's a funny game sometimes where you can get nothing for a while, and then you get two to go in like that. So I think it's a matter of just keep putting yourself in those positions to get those chances, and not worrying about too much of whether they're going in or not, but worrying more about getting those chances, and then hopefully they start to go in.
You said two go in, you three go in. The one that didn't count the other night. Did you think that one might be coming back? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I had a pretty good sense of right after that there was a lot of contact going on, but I didn't really know for sure. And then when I came to the bench, they said it was probably not going to count. And then when I saw it, I think it made sense that it didn't count. Probably, I think I got him pretty good.
But just keep doing all those same things of getting to the net, getting that position. Maybe just don't bump the goalie.
100%. Yeah, I think that's where a lot of goals are scored, the blue paint. So keep getting there, and try to not run the goalie over. But aside from that, yeah.
Well, we slowly see guys returning to the lineup today. You get three more in non-contact jerseys. But what does it just mean for the team to see these guys slowly coming back?
Yeah, I mean, they have a red jersey on, but it's still nice to see them on the ice. So that's a positive for sure.
What can you tell us about your goaltending situation tonight?
Demmer won't be playing tonight. He won't be backing up tonight, but he went out this morning, and he's still doing his thing, preparing for the next time he plays. Lankinen will be in tonight. Yep.
What about the Blue Jackets? What do you see from them on tape?
They're a rush, like they strike if you don't manage the puck. They like to jump up, like their D like to jump into play, but also in the neutral zone you have to really manage it where you go. They're real good on quick turnovers and transition game. They like to go off the rush.
So how close or far are you on the PK to kind of getting some things straightened out?
That's a tough one to answer, right? Like, how do you answer that one?
Do you feel like where you're ranked right now, whatever your efficiency is, do you think that's on merit, or do you think you've been unlucky with some?
No, I think there's. I wouldn't say it's unlucky. We've got to be better on it. I mean, we're in a situation where there's a lot of new guys on it, and they're learning on the fly, and it is what it is. But we've got to keep working on it to keep. We sometimes when it goes like that in a little bit of a spurt, the next couple times you have one, you might be a little later, a little early, and that's trust. That's where you have to trust what you're doing. The way we do it works, and that happens. And that's just more of a reset. We went over it hard yesterday again. We want to be better at it. Did they get a couple we want back? Probably. But overall, it's early in the season, and that's something we have to be better at.
I know that when you played, you took a lot of pride in the PK, just like the guys, people like Tyler and Marcus Pettersson, Drew O'Connor. I'm sure they take a ton of pride in it. Is it kind of eating away at guys a little bit, just this struggle right now? Because I'm sure they're determined to.
Well, you put the work in so that doesn't come in play. That's why you put the work in. I mean, there's times where, you said it, I killed, yeah, and there's days where something went in or your clears weren't hard, so you go back out the next day and work on hard clears if that's what happened. And that particular goal that went against you, I'm not saying that happened, but you work on what you need to fix or what you need to be better at so you have better numbers at it. And so when you put the work in, it's part of the process. You don't let it become a mental, emotional thing that you might be referring to, which we put the work in and work on it. So we don't want to allow it to be that. So then maybe you stay at a fizz or a little bit longer. This is simply a lot of new guys in a position they're not used to heavy minutes of doing, and you're learning on the fly due to our injuries. It's that simple. So yeah, when that happens, you can get where, like I said, the guessing game where, speaking of Columbus, when I went to Columbus, I didn't know if I could play D anymore. I was in such great structure in Colorado, great goaltending and all the above. When I go there, all of a sudden I'm guessing, am I too fast? Do I trust? Am I slow? Am I fast? That's what happens when things don't go your way at times. That's what I call a reset. You discuss it. Guys, this is what works. Let's get back to it. Let's not guess. Let's trust our teammate. Could that be going on? Maybe a little bit. But we do the work so that you don't let it become the emotional thing you're talking about.
Adam, I think we've all been conditioned, and you certainly have had a firsthand look the last bunch of years, to Quinn being the best player on the ice on a lot of nights. Yeah. And I just don't know that you could say that that's been the case yet this season. And I know he was dealing with something there, but where do you think he is with his game? And I'm sure he's his own harshest critic, but in terms of, tilting the ice in your favor and doing the things he does to help you win, where do you think
Quinn's is, he'll be hard on himself more than anyone will be, and he works hard at it. And if there's anything that Quinn will do, he'll over try. And I don't even know if that's a term in pro sports, but he's a competitor. Quinn's fine. He's great. I mean, you guys that's your opinion, and you can have anything opinion you want. It's something Quinn's aware of. Teams are marking him right now. They're coming up in his face, and he wants to win so bad. He's got to find a different way, get it back down low. When they're in his face high, they're almost cheating high. So, he's got so much confidence that he can beat that player in his face. But when it's a constant, they're just over aggressive on it. So now let's get it back low and let our teammates beat them pressing the high blue line. I mean, we should like that and get it back down to your guys. You have a 2-on-1 at the net or a 3-on-2. That's what we have to get more mindset. We've had discussion. Quinn's discussed it, and I'm not worried about Quinn. He's a huge competitor, and he's always going to bring it every night.
Olivia asked how nice it would be to get some bodies back. How nice would it be to have some bodies that you could ship back to Abbotsford right now?
That doesn't sound very nice. No, it's nice to get bodies back. I mean, yeah, unfortunately it happens. Teams go through it. Usually teams go through something like this somewhere, in their season. It happened with us. It happened early. It happened to be a lot, and it's part of it. And you're going to be better for it later when, there's guys getting minutes or getting confidence or playing in situations that they may not have. And we really see if they're ready for it. You see, and then some guys are getting a lot of confidence from it, and it's moving them along nicely. And then maybe some guys might not be ready for it, but that's the way it is. And, so the bodies back always help. We like that. And all the bodies we get back, great, and we'll even like even more bodies back. That's the way coaches are. But you just deal with what you're dealt with day to day just to keep a level head.
Are there any other lineup changes tonight?
No.
No?
No.
DP?
Thank you.
Still out?
Oh, DP's.
Okay.
Thanks for that. I'll make sure I got them.